What is up, guys? We are back with another video, and today we got some fun things going on. We have the offseason of the Colorado Rockies franchise, and I'm looking around to see if any of our teams that we traded with made the playoffs. The Cleveland Guardians did, the Pittsburgh Pirates didn't, so Mickey Moniak does not make the playoffs, sadly. But you know who did? Brenton Doyle and our rest of our squad, even though they get swept in the wild card. Okay. So we don't have anybody else to cheer for now. So I guess we'll just see who wins. It's probably going to be the Dodgers or something like that. We have transactions happening. Dylan Dingler. Okay. We see the Tigers being the 6th seed, making it to the ALCS, beating the Yankees. They'll face the Astros and then the Dodgers versus the Brewers. The Dodgers take game 1. The Tigers take game 1. Okay. 2-0 on the one side, 3-0 now. 2-1, 3-1. The Dodgers make it. The Astros also make it. So 4-1, 4-1. I'm guessing the Dodgers probably just win this. If I'm gonna be honest. Gonna be honest. Gonna be real. 1-1. 2-1. The Astros are up. 2-2. 3-2. How do I go into today's games? Don't care about the organizational games. What are the organizational games for today? Here, this one. Play the game. Yes. Let's play full game in the middle. That's what we got to do. Then we quick manage and we can watch it. We'll see if the Dodgers, the team in our division, win the World Series for a third straight year. If this happens, we'll just be dead sad. I don't know. I just want to sim. How do I do this? Sir. Sir, please. I don't want to watch the whole game. This is not happening. Okay. Well, we see an out to first base anyways. So. Controls, replay. Previous, no. Don't care. Simulate and exit. That's what I'm looking for here. Let's go to the 8th and just skip forward. The Dodgers are way up. 6-0. Okay, let's see if the Astros can put on a comeback. Doesn't look like it. Grand slam for the Dodgers. It's 10-0. Oh my. This could be a double play, so we kind of have to watch it, see if this could be the last out of the World Series, and see if the Dodgers will win. I mean, they probably will. Let's be honest. They're up 10-0 unless the Astros have an insane run here. We should see the Dodgers being the World Series champions for a third time. And this team, by the way, is in our division. We're going to have to face this year in and year out and have to try and beat this to win ourselves a World Series. So we're going to have to become a dominant powerhouse, money-spending, grabbing team like the Dodgers. You know? That's what I'm thinking. 2-2. 1 out. The kick, the pitch. Ooh, full count. Full count from Tanner Scott to Christian Walker. The pitch fouled off. Staying alive. Christian Walker ain't ready to let this series end. Just because someone else said the series should end doesn't mean that he believes so. So now runners on first and second, 1 out. Tanner Scott still pitching. 309 average for Jose Altuve in the playoffs. We'll see if he can continue that. That's going to be a ball for the first pitch. We can't really see the strike zone, but I do just look down below at the bottom right corner to see it. If you guys have been enjoying the videos, leave a like, subscribe, see some more Rockies franchise. It has been so entertaining for me. I've liked it, honestly, more than Twins franchise. Twins franchise, this is more at close to heart with me, but what we've been doing has been more intriguing to me as, oh my goodness, the Dodgers double play for game. Tanner Scott helps the Dodgers win the World Series. Oh my. We're going to get to see the World Series picture of the Dodgers right before this. So interesting. The Astros lose. They won 2 games too, is the sad thing. Like they actually put it together and were trying to win. I mean, obviously they're gonna try and win, but you know what I mean. Um, dang. What a wonderful ending to the first season of Rockies franchise. The Dodgers win it just kind of like we expected. I mean, they had one of the best records of all time, if not the best. I don't know. I'm actually going to look that up. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Teoscar Hernandez, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's player of the game. Yeah, if your only hits are home runs and they're all of your times at bat were home runs, yeah, okay. Your contract with major and third base coach have ended. The season is about to begin. Blah blah blah. Few retired players. We say Jose Quintana retired due to age, so we do need a pitcher. Who will for sure be here. Like I said, we're not signing crazy pitchers. Max Scherzer retires. Okay, we're not gonna sign any crazy pitching situation. Carson Palmquist might be one of those guys for us. Daniel Espino, our current guys are Kyle Freeland will be opening day or second day starter. Chase Dolander will be opening day or second day starter. Then we have Carson Palmquist. I'm not gonna say Gabriel Hughes is starting, not at all. Sugano, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm just straight up releasing Sugano. Don't really like him. We're gonna have Daniel Espino, so we have 4 guys. Need a 5th rotation spot. We'll see who that ends up being. Relief pitcher, always can use some of them. Catcher, we have Hunter Goodman, obviously, up 2 overalls on the season. Interesting. First baseman, TJ Rumfield. He's up to a 72 after winning Rookie of the Year. He still can't really do much fielding stuff, but if you look at his bat, it got way better. +6 versus lefties for power. Charlie Condon, I'm going to just edit him right now and make him a primary position of right field. His secondary is going to be first in the outfield, if that's a thing. Outfield and first. Because that's more of the position he's going to be playing in for us is right field. So then first base, we're good. Second base, we need a second baseman. Tamar Johnson could be a dude. I don't really think so. I mean, I clearly think he's going to be decent, but I don't think he's ready yet, which is sad, but hopefully some point he can be. Nicky Lopez up 2 overall, interestingly. Del Amador, okay. Lou Garcia, our best third baseman as of the moment in time. He's not going to start at the majors, but he's got that fielding down, has the power. He's going to start at AAA, and we'll see. I'm not to that point yet, but he's going to be a AAA-er, and will probably get called up pretty early on. Ezekiel Tovar is 100% our shortstop right now. I'm not going to say anyone else even has a chance. Ryan Ritter at second. Ethan Holiday up 4 overalls from last season. Okay, that's really good. Milan Tolentino, one of the guys we traded for, up a little bit. And then, yeah, okay. Jordan Beck, up 2 overalls. Not a guy we really liked this season. Jake McCarthy, up 3 overalls. Ends up getting a lot of fielding upgrades. Decent in the contact, and I think his bunt probably went up. Yeah, it did. Um, yeah. So left field, I think we have our left fielder. We could use a backup because I don't really like Jordan Beck. Center fielder, Tyler Freeman. He's not actually our center fielder. I don't really like that. I don't know. We need a true center fielder, I guess, for now. Angel Martinez is currently our third baseman, at least to start the year. Strong arm, can play multiple positions. One guy we can look out for is Khalil Watson. He's not ready yet, but hopefully soon as he's already 23. Um, then right field, Charlie Condon. Zach Veen will be playing. I'm guessing Condon maybe plays left. I don't know. We'll put Jake McCarthy probably in center. Veen in left and Condon in right is kind of the thought right now. Um, but that's just right now. That's the roster going into this. Before we make any offers, we'll offer Nicky Lopez a very short-term deal. I don't even really want you for 2 years, I can't lie. What if I just don't offer Nicky Lopez? I don't think you guys are gonna be hurt by that. It's just not. Our manager, Dave Roberts, bro. Come be our manager, bro. Third base coach. Let's do this, dude. Looks good to me. Hefe Huno. Dave Roberts accepts the offer, and so does the other dude. Okay, so then we just need to go to free agency. Today is the last day to tender qualifying offers. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Advance one more day. Okay, so we'll see who we need to put on the 40 man, offer arbitration, and all of that good stuff. You see Tariq Skubal in free agency. Obviously, not someone we're going after, but we'll figure out who we choose to pick up here a little bit later. All right, let's offer some people arbitration. I'm going to go through and offer all of these guys arbitration except for Jordan Beck, and the reason for that is not to diminish him, but I just have not played well with him or liked him throughout the series. If you guys just couldn't tell, like we have other people ready to be called up and play. Eduardo Julian, I also might not bring back and just let Ryan Ritter take over that second base area unless we find someone in free agency, which is my goal. I just don't feel Eduardo really fits the right mold. Like I could offer him arbitration if he got 820. What was he batting last year? He got on base 300, 350, 262 there, only 8 home runs, 49 RBIs. So like the best season of his career, he had the most at bats though, and I don't know, he just doesn't make sense for him really to get the offer from us either. So we're gonna leave that. The 40 man, I'm gonna look at Rule 5 eligible. Um, keep it on no. Or wait, we want it to be people who would be Rule 5 eligible so that we can look at them. Keegan Thompson, Kyle McCann, which, how old is Kyle McCann? He's pretty old, isn't he? 29, yeah. Um, McCade Brown, Miles Tolentino technically is, but if they were drafting him as a Rule 5 prospect right now, that might just be a tad bit insane to me. And then everyone below, that's fine. So I think we're just going to leave it. Tender contracts. I would like to bring Chase Dollander back, but if we weren't to sign him for a huge contract, I think we just got to renew him. $780,000. We're just gonna renew it. Juan Mejia, you can come back. TJ Rumfield, I want to offer him a big contract, but I don't know that we're gonna get the same production every single year out of him, so I don't want to give him like a huge jump and stuff. Also, yeah, I think we'll just renew his contract, keep him under team control. Same with Ryan Ritter here. Angel Martinez, we'll just bring him back. Carson Palmquist, also the same thing. Kyle Karros, Gabriel Hughes, one of our better prospects. Jose Torres, yes. Daniel Espino, even though I want a bigger contract, we'll just leave it. Um, Zach Veen, don't want to offer him more than the renew contract. So I'm still going here. Tamar Johnson, still gonna offer him that 60K. Troy Johnston, 780. Charlie Condon is the one guy I'm thinking about doing more than. He went up 16 in power versus lefty, 6 overalls, made it to the majors this year, hit 269, and I think he deserves a big time contract. I don't know that we're gonna offer him more than like 10 years. If we gave him that, I think 10 years just makes more sense statistically. Like 10 years, we'll give him 11.4 since that's, I don't know that he wants to be tied down yet, but by the time he is a old lad, he will sign. Why can't you must release a free agent once player if to sign a free agent? He's not a free agent, but all right, we'll go renew everybody else and then we'll come back to that. Ethan Holiday, also just going to renew him. He went up 4 overalls, but nothing massive in the spots that we kind of need from him. We want that bat to really get better, and it has, but hasn't at the same time. I mean, it's improved, but it hasn't gotten up anywhere near like the Charlie Condon bat this season. So, I'll basically go through re-sign all these guys minus Charles Compton, someone who was a rookie. I mean, so 25, we have 52 people, 79 plus 16, we have 95. So we have to release a lot of people actually to Antonio Senzatel. I can't release you, bro. Deep potential, Victor Juarez, um, Mason Albright, and then Case Williams. All going to be people we release so that we can offer a just massive contract to Charlie Condon. I know you guys may not like the idea, but I feel like he's one of those guys we need to get under contract early and just keep him on the team. Otherwise, we're not going to get him for a cheaper contract. We're going to have to pay him a whole lot more as the first base. Well, he's not going to be first base for this team. The outfielders of the future, in right field. Since first baseman's obviously TJ Rumfield right now, I would like to obviously give more to Rumfield. Blaine Crim, I feel like he was one of those guys I didn't want to offer huge contract either. Mitchell Prosecki, Cole Stevens, Sterling Thompson will renew. Benny Montgomery can come back. Nick Kent, Andy Perez. Honestly, like I've said to some of my friends before, it actually kind of helps if I don't know who you are because I will sign you for the contract, and you just come back compared to if I have no clue, or compared to if I know who you are, that's either good or bad. And if it's bad, then which most of the time it is, if I'm not looking to re-sign you, then you're just not going to come back, or you're a deep potential guy like Jalen Brooks, who is just going to go down, so you kind of don't even get a look from me or even a second nod. I kind of want some of those guys to leave the organization, pick up some, see potential younger prospects, and let them eat up some of those innings or something like that. Um, yeah, DDD, C. Mason Albright is currently out waivers. Okay, yes, that is true. And there, that's tendering all the contracts. We have free agency to hit up, which I really want a second baseman. Would it make sense to go for Jazz Chisholm right now? Not with how the team is doing. He hit 310, had an amazing season. Like, I would love this guy. Does it make sense? No. If we want an everyday guy, Gleyber Torres is one of the guys I've been thinking about. He has a good arm, the okay fielder. He has really good power. Went up a lot of overalls versus lefties actually this year. In the batting department, not a fast guy, but is an 81 overall. He's asking for 14.2 mil. I would really like to bring him in as a second baseman. Other guys here, Edmundo Sosa, probably not going to put him on. Jonathan India, and then Luis Arraez was someone I was looking at. Contact versus righties is amazing. His versus lefties is also amazing. He became a better defender. I just wanted to look. What's his on base, really? He's still just not an on base type of a guy. So the two people I was going to put are Luis Arraez, who's up to a 77 and he's only 29, or Gleyber Torres, who's 30 already at an 81 overall. So I think they'll basically be the same overall here in the future. Ooh, here we go. Got to go to second base, Gleyber Torres. Those are the guys I want to add. Then also starting pitcher, I looked through these the last time I went through, and Casey Mize is, in fact, who I want to add. It was between Casey Mize and Zach Little. They were asking for smaller contracts. They're the right overall to come to the team. This is what we're gonna offer for. We're gonna go starting pitcher and then second base. Obviously, helps. We're gonna go left-handed, right-handed batter. No. On base machine. No. Contact. Yes, that puts them both on it. And then right-handed pitcher. No. Left-handed pitcher. Finesse pitcher, power pitcher, ground pitching. Nothing. Okay, so maybe we'll just go left-handed batter, as that is, I guess, what we technically need. If I could get Gleyber Torres, I would take him probably over Luis Arraez. It's just like the difference in the contracts they're asking for is 5 mil, when Gleyber Torres does hit more home runs, gets on a base a little bit more, and had about the same average. I don't know. We'll see who we pick up. It will definitely be something that we look towards. Yes. Sorry. Simming. Today is a day to offer contracts to free agents. Let's go. Tariq Skubal, I don't want to put on you. So obviously we see here that Gleyber Torres does not want to come here as much as Luis Arraez. We're gonna offer one of them, and then Casey Mize will get, I think, here at least validly makes sense. Charlie Condon still looking at that contract, wondering if he's gonna come join us. Adrian Morhone signs with the Red Sox. Jeremiah Estrada traded with the to the Estrada traded from the Padres for Miles Naylor. Interesting trade. Tariq Skubal signs with the Blue Jays. Huge signing there for them. Freddie Peralta signs with the Houston Astros. Today's a day to sign some free agents, so let's do that. Free agency. Here we go. So we don't know anybody that they're going for. We're gonna offer Casey Mize 4 years, 18.8 mil. This will bring our budget down quite a bit, but it will get him under contract if he decides to sign. Then we're gonna wait out this battle. Right now, it would just make more sense to probably just sign Luis Arraez, see what he can do. But I feel like Gleyber Torres in Rockies Stadium just might be too big of a, like, we want him, type of a look. I don't know. That's just me. Also, the reason we're bringing in Casey Mize is, here, let's go to the pitching rotation. Our current starters, it does not include Gabriel Hughes probably, but here, let me go to the starting pitching. We'll have Chase Stoller, Kyle Freeland fighting for the opening day. Casey Mize will be the day 3 guy. Then Carson Palmquist and Daniel Espino is my thought right now. So that's our 5. We could find someone else to take over Espino's spot, but I don't really want to do that. Vodnik's going to be the closer. We could bring in a relief pitcher. Catcher's fine. First base is 100% fine. Second base, we're changing that there. Could bring in a backup third baseman. Shortstop is all good as it is right now. Left field will be Zach Veen. Center field will be Jake McCarthy. Angel Martinez is currently the third baseman. And then right field is Charlie Condon. So here, I'm going to replace him. Who was it? There was a third baseman I wanted to bring in. It was either, this is what it was. I brought in Luis Rengifo, 2 years, 8 mil, or Alec Bohm. It's one of those basically are my thought process. Rengifo had a better season, I feel. But Alec Bohm, I know, does well in MLB The Show a lot. His fielding went up crazy too. But I don't want to like take away the spot essentially from who is it? I don't want to take away the spot from Angel Martinez. I want him to give a chance, but he also is more of a bench bat type of a guy. What would be trying to think? What would be technically like WAR plus? His WAR was 1.5 for Alec Bohm. What was the WAR for Luis Rengifo? His WAR was 1.1 on a different setting of stuff. I have a bird right next to me. What the heck? Okay, sorry. Luis Rengifo hit 300, good on base, not as many home runs, less at bats. Who did he play for? Milwaukee. He also has a little bit more position flexibility if we wanted him to play somewhere else compared to Alec Bohm. I also like Dylan Moore, but he just did not progress in this game. Um, so it's either bring in Alec Bohm for a huge contract or Luis Rengifo for 2 years, 8.8, which just makes a little more sense. So that's what we're going to look at and take off Luis Arise for now. Today's your 40-man roster. I think everything's set there. So Casey Mize, we'll see if he decides to sign with the team. He does. Big contract signing just like that. Got Casey Mize. And Brandon Woodruff also goes to the Blue Jays. Oh my goodness. What the heck is going on here with these Blue Jays? Their starting pitching rotation is Tariq Skubal, Dylan Cease, Brandon Woodruff, Trey Yesovich, and Jose Berrios, which he's not even a bad starter, but he's going to be their fifth with an insane pitching rotation there. Uh, yeah, that's all I have to say. Bo Bichette gets traded from the Mets for Ryan Weathers, Russell Baker, and Chase Hampton, while Bo Bichette and Tyler McGill are the ones who get traded away um, from the Mets to the Yankees. Huge trade there. The Yankees bringing in some big names. Trevor Rogers looking to go elsewhere. Luis Rengifo looks like he may sign. We'll see. We're going to put 51% 5-year contract on Gleyber Torres. We don't have a like definite second baseman right now, but he would definitely take that job. Luis Rengifo, like I said, he's good. Is there any just like relief pitchers? I feel like I brought in somebody. I've brought in a couple of people in like prior times and just like thought about, hey, why not? Because they're cheap contracts like Matt Festa or something like that. But that's not who I'm bringing in. Drew Pomeranz, he used to be a starter, didn't he? Back in the day, he did, but he wasn't very good at it, I guess. Well, he was. Towards the beginning of his career. He's not really right now. Anyways, was a 76, has dropped basically in everything, which really sucks because he had a 2.5 ERA. Jakob Yunis also dropping. Keegan Aiken getting better. What were his stats though? 4.7 ERA. Rob Sterin, I don't know. Keegan Aiken could be someone we just signed. Oops. I just want to go to all free agents. Scroll down here a little bit because we were already down here. Weissert, Rob, just not Great. Cole Sulser, 68, had a good season, got better. He's 37, and he got better. Hmm. 1 year, 2.7. We'll add him, and then we'll let the rest of this stuff go. It's probably not going to be a huge like free agent year. Gleyber Torres, let's see if he signs. He does. Okay, Gleyber Torres is a Rocky. That's awesome. Be potential 81 years old or 81 overall. If he was 81 years old, that wouldn't be good. Brian Abreu to the White Sox. Trevor Rogers to the Nationals. Huge signing for them. I don't have anybody else I really want to look at. Also, Charlie Condon did sign his huge contract, if you couldn't tell. I would do 10 years, 11.4 mil, get him here. Today is a day to offer contracts to free agents. Would you like to stop simulating? Yes, I would. Luis Rengifo is up to 48% on wanting to come here. He probably will end up coming here. We're gonna also just put Alec Bohm, maybe see what he wants. Him and Dylan Moore. Positional needs. We're gonna take off this and just go third base. Then that's just both of them. Contact pow. Oh, you can only pick two. Um, then we're also gonna just put Dylan Moore because what the heck, why not? I think because there's no one really like in the outfield I want. Jordan Beck asking for 2.4 mil a year. That's actually kind of sad. I feel bad, but I hope that he finds somewhere where he gets some playing time. Cedric Mullins not as good as he once was. Lane Thomas had a good season. Do I want to bring him in? Not really. James Outman, no. I mean, none of these outfield is in a position of need for us, so it just doesn't make sense for us to go looking for it. Davis Martin, this guy's pitching insane in real life right now, but not in the game. Lucas Giolito had a 0 ERA last season because he played 0 games. Colton Gordon, Colin Rea. How much did he go down? 3 overalls? Okay. Tanner Houck went up despite being in free agency all year. He has good pitching. Eduardo Rodriguez had an amazing season. 20 games started. Nestor Cortez, Spencer Turnbull. Not many of these guys really had their way on teams. Aaron Brooks, don't really know who you are. Jake Brooks, this was probably one of our guys. I don't know. Frankie Montas. Did he not have a team last year? Dang, he's down a lot in overalls. I kind of want to just sign him to be like, what the heck, why not? But I also don't at the same time. Taylor Rogers, Joe Jimenez, Aroldis Chapman. Technically, we could sign these guys because they're under the overall limit, but we're not going to do that. Yeri De Los Santos, don't know who you are. The potential. Oops, I just looked at the depth chart. All free agents at closing pitcher. De Los Santos, Carlos Hernandez, Wander Suero, Jose Espada. Deep potential. Kind of just looking through here. Is there like a dude who I actually want in here who's like maybe decent potential? Mitch Milligan, deep potential, deep potential. Derek Laws, somebody. Evan Justice has deep potential. Caleb Bowman has deep potential. You know, because you can just pick up some of those guys to be like, why not? JC Esquera, don't know who you are. You're 31. Oh, oh, I can see your ages on the side now. I see that now. Okay. Dominic Keegan could maybe be like a backup catcher here. You're probably not going to find like an amazing player, but like a 26-year-old see potential was what he was towards the top here. Where was he? 26 years old, see potential. I see Henry Davis, Keegan, Dominic Keegan. 1 year, 78,000. Yeah, just offer it. Okay, that's all we're gonna do for that until we can offer Ngifo or somebody like that. Offer him a contract now or never. Oh my, the Phillies want him, the Giants want him, the White Sox want him. His motivation is 24%. We'll just he signs with the Phillies back home. I don't think we're gonna get him for worth of crap anyways. Luis Rengifo. Ooh, Ahmed Rosario wants to come here. See potential. What's did he do last year? 256, 306 on base. Not exactly a home run hitter. Does he play defense well? Not really. I'm not gonna sign him. Luis Rengifo, 2 years. I think we could get him for literally like 7 mil, basically. So we're gonna offer him that, and then that's probably gonna be our last offer. He may not sign to that contract in particular. Oh, he does. So that is our last contract I think we're gonna offer. Our second base went up a lot in value. Is there anybody I want to trade? Trade rumors, MLB trade blocks. Joe Ryan's on here, Mason Miller, Mike Trout, Kyle Bradish. A lot of people are actually. Um, Luis Heel is someone I would like, but am I gonna trade for him now? Not right now. And then Josh Jung, Joey Wentz, Michael Walker, Roki Saki is also someone nice. We'll see what we do here. All right, I don't think we're going in on the trading market, perhaps. So arbitration, I already have everybody offered that I want. Free agency, we're kind of done with it to a degree. We'll see what the draft lottery has in store for us as we are the fourth worst team last year. See if that holds up or if we'll move up or down in this year's lottery. Very big movement could be happening. Oh my goodness, we get the number one pick. We could draft someone generational with that. I don't know what happened. The poor Cardinals moved down two. The Twins get the second. Wow. A lot of teams moved down. The Nationals moved down to seven. We move up to one. So as you see, we are in the running for the top player in the draft. All right, Jack Flaherty signs a huge contract. Jeepers, 5 years, 160 mil to the Athletics. We'll skip that. Today is the last day to offer something. Rule 5, we have 39, so we have one open spot. Adolis Garcia wants to come play right field for us. It just doesn't quite make sense. I don't think there's really anyone here that we want to sign. This is the thing that's left, anyways. So we're going to go to that Rule 5 draft, and we'll draft. We have the fourth pick. Two players got taken, Gavin Stone, something Rodriguez. If we're going to take someone, let's be honest with ourselves, it's probably in the relief pitching department and could definitely be one of these guys, Dan Avila, Jake Cousins. Jake Cousins got better from last year. He's really good at not giving up hits. He had a 2.37 ERA a few years ago. He was at AAA for the Dodgers. Dan Avila goes up two overalls. His stamina goes down. He has a four-pitch mix. That doesn't really matter a ton. He played for the White Sox with a 2.48 ERA in last season, looks to be. So either Jake Cousins or Dan Avila, and I think just makes a little more sense for Dan Avila. If you look at a rotation, I get you have to keep this player on the roster, but I think it just makes sense for us to do that. And then that fills out our 40-man roster for now. We'll probably have to move someone up and down, but it's all right. Exit the Rule 5 draft. Free agency, sim to post winter meetings. We'll do that. And yeah, I think we're actually doing good with everything here. I wish maybe oh, did I not make this move? I did priorly in my brain. I think it's time to let go of Chris Bryant. We'll still owe him money, but not as much unless he gets claimed off waivers. We're gonna just full out release him. Really sad day, but you know, you kind of need to do what you need to do to free up the roster, open up them spots for everybody. I can't wait to see Lou Garcia. I'm sorry, he's 5'8". Are you kidding me? I've seen some things about that though where they're like that. He is the number two top 100 prospect as well. We'll look at all of those at the start of spring training here. We're going to go to the arbitrational hearings. Jazz Chisholm is a Dodger. Are you kidding me? I'd rather him resign with the Yankees. 8 years, 175 mil. Just how do they have this money spawning all the time? Today's the day to offer free agents. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to offer free agents right now. It just doesn't make sense. We already signed everybody we want. Chris Bubich, left-handed pitcher, heads out to the Cubbies. Today is the day to offer contracts to free agents. Would you like to do that? No, we're good. We're good again. See if there's any big signings by the time we get to arbitrational hearings. See Chris Bubich. We see Kevin Gausman signed for a 1-year, 30.4 mil deal to the Tigers. Tyler Mahle with big contract. Just Chisholm, Jack Flaherty, Jesus Made. A couple of guys just re-signing. Why is free agency locked? I don't know. All right. Today was arbitration for Brendan Bardardino. They sided with him for 847,000. Victor Vodnik, they sided with him for 2.3 thousand or 2.3 mil. Then they sided with us for Dan Apvala with 1.5, even though I didn't even actually offer him one. That's nice. Today is the day to offer contracts. Would you like to stop simulating? No. They go with us for Tyler Freeman with 1.52. They go with Thompson with 822,000, even though he didn't even play. They go with Kinsner, Jimmy Harrigan. They side with us. They side with us for Hunter Goodman at 820,000. That's good. And that's just huge. Okay. Contract renewable. Mason Miller just got traded for Chester Simpson, the number 51 prospect from the A's organization, gets the A's back Mason Miller. Oh my goodness. And somehow he went up, even though despite all of his things, but he's up to a 91. Chester Simpson. Hmm. That is just stupid. 18-year-old B potential, 53 overall for that. That just doesn't make sense at all. Like genuinely, though. Hmm. All right. Today is the final big board day. This is your last chance to offer contracts to free agents on your big board. Would you like to stop simulating? I don't have anyone there, so that's fine. Brady Singer goes to the Nationals 3 years, 92 mil. That's a big contract. The season is over, or the off season, and we're here. Okay. I want to, before we get into all of the big stuff that's going to happen here, and we go through the spring training, I have one last thing to do, and that's look at all these rosters, see all the big signings, see anything that doesn't look normal or like a big trade. Um, like Ian Happ just slips under the radar, you know? That's just something that doesn't make sense. So we'll start with the Dodgers, like just showed. Ian Happ here. Anyone else that doesn't make sense? I mean, we could just go through the rosters kind of like this and just go down a little ways. We'll go MLB roster and then just look at it for everybody, see if there's any big changes that don't make sense or something like that along those lines. Because I don't know everybody's roster to the exact, but I would like to think I know if there were to be any big changes, like Jonathan India now being a Giant, Willie Castro also being a Giant, so that's nice. Anything big here? Zach Gallen's an Oriole. Robbie Ray as well. Don't think that's normal. Then, did the Red Sox make any big moves? Matt Chapman, I think he's new to their team. He should be at least. Adrian Marhone, Ryan Walker, some definite changes. The Yankees go down. Bo Bichette is a Yankee. I think he got traded halfway through the year. Pablo Lopez is a Yankee. Um, yeah, that's some of the biggest stuff for them. Any George Springer to the and Lars Nootbaar and Tyler Stevenson are all Rays, I guess. Tariq Skubal is a Blue Jay, and so is Brandon Woodruff, like we said earlier. So some huge changes. Dennis Santana as well. I don't know if Barger was. He probably was. Then Brian Abreu is a White Sox. Anyone else that doesn't make sense for their team? Brooks Baldwin, no, I think he does play there maybe. Brandon Lowe being a Guardian. Brenton Doyle also, but we did trade him there, so that makes sense since a lot of our trades were here. Then the Tigers, Kevin Gausman, like I said, huge deal that they signed him, and that's their only huge one. The Royals, Ramon Laureano, Aroldis Chapman, former Royal also, so AJ Puck, Hyseung Kim, Will Warren, Elmer Rodriguez, all new names for the Twins. How did they acquire him? I wonder, can you see how people got acquired? I guess you can't off of here. There's a different page to see it. Actually, that's what we should be looking at. And roster history. Here we go. So, oh, in the MLB, we can look at all this stuff. Here we go. Okay, 2026. This is our team. Let's get to where we just were. So now up to the Astros. They added Christopher Morrow, Nick Castellanos. Okay. Um, Freddie Peralta as a free agent. Huge thing. Then Brusdar Gratterall's an Angel, along with Ken Waldichuk, I guess, and Nick Sandelin. Garrett Hampson in A. Cedric Mullins, Mason Miller, Jack Flaherty, Jung Ho Lee, Andrew Benintendi, Sir Anthony Dominguez. So a lot of people. The Mariners get Miguel Rojas, Luis Rise, Johnny Pereira, Brendan Donovan comes back. The Rangers bring in Lance McCullers Jr., Eduardo Rodriguez, AJ Smith Sawyer. The Braves, Lane Thomas, Deshaun Kiersey Jr., Ryan Helsley, a huge thing. Danny Jansen, Devin Williams. The Mariners bring in Gary Sanchez, Andrew Vaughn, Tim Anderson, Kevin Alcantara, Sam Frelick. The Mets bring in Drew Waters, Spencer Turnbull, Scott Barlow, Jose Leclerc, David Bednar, Zach Little. MJ Melendez is back on the team. Michael King. A lot of these guys. Tobias Myers, Luis Robert. The Phillies bring in Johan Makata. JT Realmuto was already here, but I don't know. They have him on the free agent thing. Tyler O'Neill with a trade. The Nationals bring in Griffin Canning, Brady Singer, Ramon Urias, Gavin Stone. Re-sign some of their guys. The Cubs bring in Chris Bubic, AJ Minter, Taylor Ward, Gavin Lux. So Taylor Ward, huge signing there for them. Carlos Santana, Yedamro Vargas, who just isn't very good in this game for some reason. The Reds, Jose Siri, James Outman, Ryan Jeffers. Okay. The Brewers bring in Brian De La Cruz, Davis Martin. Huge pickup would be in real life as of right now. Michael Conforto, Sandy Alcantara, Jacob deGrom. The Pirates, Jojo Romero, Jose Alvarado, Mickey Moniak, trade with us. The Cardinals, Not really much. The Diamondbacks, Tyler Mahle, Kodai Senga. Don't know why that trade would have happened, but I guess. Then us, once again. Okay. I like it. I do. Um, we'll have some people up for contract extensions. We can see the free agents that are currently top free agents. Aaron Savali, Zach Eflin, Jamison Tellione. So maybe we sign one of those guys partway through the season. They might end up being one of our guys. But as of right now, we're gonna play a little bit of preseason and see how it all works out. As apparently the Rockies don't have enough lineups right now. Also, we're not going to put Lou Garcia onto the 40 man because I don't want to be spending his options of bringing him up and down and all that stuff. Well, actually, I might, but him, like, he definitely could be someone that we play with. But I think as of right now, hear me out. Um, we could just use these 39 actually for right now. The lineups, we'll just chuck people out here. Charlie Condon clearly has to play. I don't care if it's DH, but I'd prefer it's right field. Gleyber Torres can play, definitely. Um, Luis Rengifo. Angel Martinez can actually play. What's our fielding difference here? The arm of Martinez is at least better. We would like Charlie Condon to be in right. Where's Gleyber Torres? He obviously needs to be in the starting lineup. Luis Rengifo, also in this situation, needs to be up. This is versus lefties, so versus lefties, who is our best hitter? Now Martinez honestly is, and it just makes sense to put him in. Khalil Watson is up here for now. Okay, sorry for basically almost going quiet. Our opening day starter, you know, seriously could be a lot of different people, but there's only two that I really want to make it between, and that is either Kyle Freeland or Chase Dollander. We'll find out here in this. We'll find out here in the spring training who we think it's going to be. I get you don't put all this into what's happening, but I think it is also important to have moments where you play them and whatnot. Earliest inning, we'll say, is the sixth that will come in, and we'll sim a lot of this stuff, but we'll play a lot as well. We just want to get a little bit of time here in the short little time period that we have of spring training because we want to see who's deserving of roster spots, who's not, who should actually be on the team, and all that good stuff. We will get a throwdown and a throw out by Hunter Goodman. He has been good defensively, not good offensively, since we've had the chance to use him. And it will be a base hit by Tommy Troy here. I don't really know who that is, but he is out here getting some chances. Okay, 2 outs. We'll see what Bernardino can do for us in this game. And I just threw a red throw, so that's probably inaccurate. Yep. Good. All right, Jordan Lawler hitting in the 4 slot in this spring training preseason type of a game. 1 and 2. We'll see. Circle change on the outside corner. Can get him to go. It will. It will get a pop-up. Will we get there? It will be an out in right field. Charlie Condon running that one down. We will return to simulating as we're up 2-1. Vodnik also has another pitching chance here in the 9th, bottom 9. Ooh, not a very accurate pitching spot there. That one also off. 2-0, one more fastball, just not going to be accurate. Why is Vodnik just not hitting the zone? I guess we're going to have to go dead center with him. And it will be kind of accurate. So I ask you guys to enjoy and to be entertained with the videos. If you guys do have suggestions, love any of them. Because I'm looking for content. I know I've been away for a little while. I know it's been interesting with the videos with all of the different series. So I just want to see what you guys have for input. Also, we strike them out there with Vodnik. Um, what you guys have for input, what you guys want to see. I really want to engage with you guys a lot more. I just don't know how to do that. So hopefully you guys have some ideas so that we can work here together on what we do and see on this channel. As Vodnik's going to give up a second base runner. Okay, we need this close, Vodnik. You know that, right? Slider. Catches. One more on Lourdes Gurriel. Oh, not quite. We'll go high fastball and try and get him with it. Ooh, that one's not even near the zone. 2-2. Vodnik hits him. That's two in a row where he looked to intentionally hit him. I'm concerned for Vodnik's pitching abilities right now, as he just does not seem like he can get anybody out. Oh my, we don't get the guy at second, nor do we get the guy at first. Are you kidding me? Wow, we're pitching really bad right now, and that better be a strike. He definitely went. Yeah, he did. No, he didn't. We'll see how well this team does this year. I have a little higher hopes. We have much younger talent ready to go already at the big league level, but I don't want to rush some of them like Lou Garcia. I still want him to develop a little bit. We'll start him at probably Double A, give him the chance to move up to Triple A really quick, and if he gets through Triple A without having any issues, you will definitely see that guy at the big leagues this season. I mean, I'm serious with you guys when I say I think he has so much going for him and that he can be a great player on this team. Like, one of the reasons I continued doing this despite not even being super interested in making videos all the time, and I decided to come back to the Rockies in particular to start my small little comeback here, is I want to see Lou Garcia. That guy is going to be special. 99 potential, 70 overall. I just can't wait to follow his career. And it genuinely is kind of the reason I came back and was like, yeah, Rockies over Twins to start off right away. I'm obviously going to try and post both, but I think I maybe got too many series going in the channel, and I think I'm going to go with the baseball ones. And then if I do a football one, it's going to be like a full expansion franchise type of a look going on, because I don't like the normal rosters. I want it to be fast paced, moving, and getting through episodes and things like that, just quicker, getting through the seasons. And I just don't know that I can do that with a base team, even with the new rosters being, oh my goodness, center field, they make a diving catch to get out there. We're going to return to simulating, going to end up coming back in. Vodnik's still pitching for some reason. I just don't like that. I think we're going to switch it up to Herget, just put him in the game, see if he can maybe get us out of here with some good news. No, it's going to be a ground rule double in that game. Just like that, we put in Herget, first pitch, it's a ground rule double. And it's just game. Just game like that. I kind of want to see some of our new faces here on our potential like thumbnail or whatever we have going for us this season. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, Jake McCarthy hits a home run in that game. That's actually kind of huge. We'll save the changes here. Sim a little more. 4-2 or 4-2 is our spring training record. 5-3. Okay, I was gonna say I do want to play a little bit more here. Troy Johnson gonna have a moment. He has 8 at bats in spring training with 1 hit, so not exactly been the greatest batter of all time. We have a runner on first base with 39 steal, 76 speed, and I think we're going to steal him on the first pitch. And our bat breaks. Troy Johnson breaks his bat on a fastball high and inside. Really close one there. Nick Mears. Nick Mears is the pitcher. We're going to get a hit and run. Troy Johnson gets him moving first to third, and that one's going to be a base knock. We're not going to, I don't think there's a need to switch people, but we get a chance to hit with Gleyber Torres, our big offseason signing, 81 overall. He is looking to drive in that guy at third base. He's going to move him forward. We'll see if he can get down and score. It will be a tie ball game here in the eighth. Tyler Freeman was injured. That sucks a lot. What do I do about it? I guess I have to put a new center fielder in, which will try Sterling Thompson to be just out there later. TJ Rumfield, the rookie of the year last year, earning us another draft pick this season. He's hitting 346 in the spring. See if he can continue that, as he has shown great flashes, and we'll hope he can continue to do so as this next season comes around. We have a lot of young, surprising talents that seems to be moving in the right direction. We'll have Lou Garcia, TJ Rumfield, and Charlie Condon, just to speak of a few. Hopefully Ethan Holiday can find his steps in the right direction this season. I don't know that he's going to come up as fast as his brother Jackson did for the Orioles, but he would be able to play for us pretty decently soon. If he were to be up, though, then we'd have to put Ezekiel Tovar somewhere else, which I don't know. It depends. Would you rather have Ethan Holiday as a DH, Ezekiel Tovar as a DH, or trade one of them and get a better piece somewhere else, like left field, which is currently home of Zach Veen for this team. I'm not putting a ton of thought into, hey, you can lose a spot this spring training, but I do want to see, like, is there anyone fighting for one of those outfield spots? Jake McCarthy had definitely won his spot this last season, but maybe that left field position is open for grabs if Zach Veen truly does not play good in the spring training. Third base is up for grabs as well. Anhar Martinez can play basically anywhere, so he's going to be our utility guy kind of off the bench. But as of right now, him and Luis Rengifo are going to be splitting some time at third base, I think. Rengifo is someone I felt like just need to be brought in with all of the stats he's put up the last couple of seasons, specifically last season. He had a really good season and didn't really get recognized for it, so we didn't have to pay him a ton of money to bring him in. Then second base, shortstop, short up, first base, short up, catcher. As of right now, we'll stick with Hunter Goodman. I think he's a great defensive catcher. Well, not great. I think he's an above average defensive catcher and a good hitter, but I just don't know how much I like him. It's just kind of one of those, kind of like with Jordan Beck. How much do you really like that player to keep them on your team? I don't know why I disliked Jordan Beck, but he didn't really fit my type of a system of players. 2 outs, runners on first and second, and we'll get another moment. Cole Sulser here. We'll see what he can exactly do, as we have not had him until this year either, signing him in free agency. He could be a starter. I don't expect it, but I think he has that ability. I would double check before officially saying that. But anyways, 9th inning, we get that out. Nick Lofton, I'm guessing they're going to put us back in here unless something crazy happens. Adel Amador with a runner in second, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. And let's see what we can do. Amador going to pull it foul. Okay. Switch hitting Amador is hitting 333 on this spring training season. So I'm guessing he hasn't had many at-bats as he swings through that cutter really early on it as I was. I mean, dang, need to make a little bit better contact with one of these if you want to get a base knock, which we're not going to force the hit. Who's on second? Angel Martinez. Okay. Let's see the pitch. Swing and a miss. Just bad there. Like, pretty bad. Um, Victor Vodnik, they have a runner on third. I'm guessing 2 outs. No, 1 out. Okay. This is Salvador Perez we're facing. Fastball slider type of a pitcher is kind of what Vodnik is. For me, at least. I don't know what he's throwing in his own performances, but whenever I play with him, that's just kind of the things he's doing as it's going to be put up center field for a base knock. And now 4-3 runner on first base for the Royals in this spring training game. We're going to run in, catch this one in center, throw it, and there we are. Okay, 2 outs, high fastball. That one just not near the zone. 1-0. Another missing slider. Maybe the fastball can catch the zone. It barely can. We tried to throw that down the middle, and it barely eclipsed the strike zone. That fastball clips it. 2-2 slider. Gonna get a swing and a miss. Okay. Vodnik having a lot of control issues here early in spring training. We'll hope that he can figure those things out. Amador going to be on second base. We have no outs. TJ Rumfield, 1 for 4 on the day, is hitting .333 on the spring training season. And we'll see if we can continue that. 0-1. Rumfield so far, him and Condon have been my favorite players in this entire series. I can't even lie with you guys. Rumfield not expected to be one of those top players, and he has been. Condon, a little more expected of him to be good for us, but still, I just appreciate all that Rumfield has done in Condon, and we just got absolutely hosed. Shouldn't have ran there, but I still chose to. Ryan Ritter, one of those guys we expected to be kind of one of those storyline players maybe, and he just hasn't done it as much as of late, I guess. I don't know. He was initially kind of doing good, and then him and Eduardo Julien splitting the time. It just, you couldn't see either one breaking away for that second base job, so we truly did just have to give it to Gleyber Torres. Like, it was going to be him or Luis Ariz this offseason that was going to be making that big splash and changing things up because Julien and Ritter just clearly were not cutting it at second base. Maybe Ritter can make that comeback because he can play multiple positions as we swing and miss on a check swing there with him, which is quite sad. But other than that, I do feel that we made some very important moves that should help this team quite a bit this offseason. Like Gleyber Torres, Luis Rengifo, all genuinely going to be big parts of this team. I don't know how much more we'll play here. Tyler Freeman's out 2 to 3 months with a torn hamstring. Are you joking me? This happens in the preseason, by the way. We lose 6-5 there, 3-4, and we win. Vodnik again. We lose 5-4 there when he has a big situation. Bases loaded. We win that one. Vodnik here. It's just all pitching situations. 8-6. If we get any more moments, we'll play them. But 11-13 here. Okay. Jose Torres going to get a hitting moment versus David Morgan. We're down 3-4. TJ Rumfield on first base. How many outs? I didn't look. A sinker, as its name implies, sinks. Okay, thanks. Jose Torres going to get his chance versus David Morgan. They no longer have Mason Miller on this Padres team, which, even though the Padres made that stupid move, I definitely don't hate it because we play the Padres multiple times each year, and they're in our own division. No, not having to face Mason Miller is probably one of the best things that could have happened to us. 1-1. Swing. That one's going to be fouled back. 1-2. This season, we'll continue to move kind of quickly, but I think that it's a little bit more important that we get more immersive with things this season. I think we can get more in depth with the players, get a little bit more storylines built out, and a little more understanding of how good they are, who everybody is to this team, and how good of a team we can be. We'll see, though. Zach Fiend, 270 hitting this spring training. See if he can continue that with a good hit. Good swing timing. Catches a little too far inside on the bat, and that one will be the final out where we will lose to the Padres in spring training. Sadly, as Randy Vasquez gets the win and Daniel Espino, after 5 innings pitching, gets the loss. That's something you don't want to see. We have him to potentially be one of our starters this year. We'll see if we actually end up having that. Bases loaded, Jake McCarthy's up. Lefty, lefty. Probably, honestly, could be a bunting situation. 2 outs in the 6th. Oh, okay. We'll swing away, I guess. 1 for 3, 241 average, which not exactly what I expected from Jake McCarthy. He's played better in this series than he is for potential wise, but I now expect it out of him, you know? Like, I expect him to hit contact, get on base, steal bases. I just hope his base running aggressiveness lives up to that, too. Good contact swing. Should get down. Maybe. No. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have contact swung. Usually you shouldn't, but I still put enough belief in it to happen. As we lose 4-2 to the Giants. Willie Castro pops off against his former team. Okay. We have one more moment here to play before we look at the top prospects going into the season and all of that good stuff. Top 9, first and second, 1 out. Angel Martinez going to hit it on the ground to the shortstop. He will beat it out, though, so at least not a double play. Only 1 out. Sterling Thompson hitting .313 this preseason. Is it enough, though, to get him to win that left field job? Zach Veen, I think, has done well enough still, at least from what I've seen, to get left field. Right field is pretty much locked up by Condon. Center field, at least to start the season, is going to be McCarthy. We'll see how the trends continue to work, but as of right now, it just is what makes sense. It doesn't make sense to stray away from it, so we'll continue it. That one's really high. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on first. Oh, good swing. Airseg trying to get a swing and a miss on the sinker. Thompson staying alive, though. That was the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Here comes the 6th. 2-2. It's going to be bounded on the ground and thrown over to first base. For the final outs of that 9th inning, we'll see what we have here. Cole Sulser going to get a chance. 2 outs, runner on second. We'll challenge that one. I still, it was close, but it just wasn't close enough to get the call. Sulser, tired after 15 pitches. Interesting. Don't know if he pitched priorly. Probably did it with this information. Okay, that one, Nick Lofton, hits it on the ground. That one's going to be ran over and getting an out. We're going to finish playing this game, though. Blake Krim, or Blaine, playing right field right now. Not even one of his positions. All right, he's going to stay up because we don't have someone who can sub in at the position for him. That one's going to be a fastball way outside of Ersig. Just not even accurate with it. Also, not even just to talk about the MLB the show. A lot of these players in real life have been highly underrated in this game that then proceed to play really good, like Yedarmo Vargas. Some pitchers like Taj Bradley ended up being really good to start this year. Jose Soriano is an insanely good pitcher, and just things like that where you don't expect it, but they get rated as like 60 to 50 overalls in this video game. Okay, well, we might have just. Okay. Base running blunders are a thing of not just the past here, but the current and the future. As if you can't tell, we are not the most amazing base runner. I love stealing, but outside of that, I do make errors like that where you think you should go and you shouldn't, but it survives. 1-2. Circle change. He was early on that sucker. He was real early on it. No, just early, I guess. Sweeper. We're going to get a hard hit ball over to third base where that one's going to be an out. Is that Angel Martinez? I think so. We'll see. Nick Allen going to hit this one hard. Oh my goodness. We get walked off in the last game that we will be playing in this spring training. We'll go look at some top prospects and all of that good stuff, though, before we end this episode. Bobby Witt just kind of kills us there. You can see player of the game. He wasn't the one who walked it off, but okay. Prospect incentive, promotion incentives. Charles Oka, one of our former pitchers. Ethan Holiday, they want us to promote. Charlie Condon, we already did that. So him, they say Lou Garcia, Roderick Arias, switch hitting shortstop. He went undrafted. Um, he kind of looks like a good free agent actually to just randomly sign. Just put him in the system at worst. Wow. Shortstop, switch hitting bat. He's a decent fielder. I'm going to go find that guy real quick, actually. Free agents. He was a 63 overall. Roderick Arias. 1 year, $60,000 just to be depth piece, but I mean, we'll take it. Depth chart. We look at the team. We have 30th in pitching. You see, we don't have depth really at the position right now. They're expecting our team to get better here. Ooh, I just want to look at that Lou Garcia upgrade over time. Or Charlie Condon. Ethan Holiday as well. Um, Sorry, this is just intriguing how they do some of this stuff. All of that. I know there was something else. Free agents, trade hub, general manager, budget, transactions with the roster history. Who's our oldest player on the team? It's Antonio Senzatella from 2011, then Kyle Freeland, the first round pick, then Tovar. So that's nice. Staff contracts, scouts. We will make sure those are the right scouts for us. I don't know that they are right now. We'll see. Discovery. Is that right? I kind of just want to discover right away. Um, just like that. He's really good at everything but being efficient, but we know he'll get the right guy. And I think that's good for now. Injured list training. Here we go. Top prospects. Top 100. Number one is Gustavo Dorta, a potential, 22 years old, 72 overall, second baseman for the Rays. What year was he drafted? Last season. Um, Didn't notice anyone this good actually. Or yeah, I did. Dorto was the guy that we were gonna draft actually if he got to our pick, but he didn't. And then we ended up taking Lou Garcia, who is the second ranked prospect, right-handed bat, only can play third base, which sucks a little bit, but he's already got big league power with him, and he just needs that contact to go up a little bit, maybe some fielding. Otherwise, he is a good player and I can't wait to see him. Leo DeVries, Jeepers, is looking to be a big leaguer this year. Jose Mate, Max Clark, Roman Valdez, Diego Escobedo, another first round pick last year, a potential. Um, Walker Jenkins, he's looking to make an MLB debut in this game. They drafted Mike Pohl, who also looks to be a top guy. I want to see. Oh, we have Damien Herrera here, a B potential guy we drafted in the second round for center field as the 16th prospect. I want to see though when the A potential falls off. Walker Jenkins is the last A potential guy. So then it's Herrera at 16 for us. Continue looking. We have at 31 Ethan Holiday as he continues to get better and better. Then we continue scrolling. 40th Charles Oka Ohoka, switch hitting bat, right-handed throwing starting pitcher, does not have good hits per nine versus righties, but has good Ks per nine. So one of those interesting type of arms can strike kids out on that right side, but just gives up a lot of hits to him also. So Charlie Condon is technically a prospect still, doesn't really make sense. He's a 68th, but I mean, he's going to be an MLB guy this season full time. Then let's continue looking. Ooh, we have the number 100 as well. Cash Cuevas, someone we drafted. He's number 100 as a C potential pitcher, 59 overall. So we see he's sixth. Then we have Ralphie Velasquez here, Charles Ornelas, round 3. Tamar Johnson, Cole Carrig is a prospect, I guess. Charles Compton, one of our worst guys, but he's there. Gabriel Hughes looking to get the call up this year. Hugo Ross, a potential 14th prospect. Just the fact he doesn't have the overall to him, but high potential, good switch hitting bat. Yeah, I'm ready this year. This year is going to be one of those years I think we can contend and be a good team. We're going to make all of the final roster moves here just before um just before we go on to the regular season. Some of these guys you can just tell probably not going to be up this season. Adele Amador, it doesn't quite make sense for him to come up. Sterling Thompson, I feel like he earned a spot, but I don't know that I am ready to put him up here. Blaine Crim, definitely not ready for the bigs. Berardino somehow holds out with his 0 ERA. Keegan to be the backup catcher, probably just not going to happen. I don't think he has to play. Yeah, definitely not. Keegan going down to AAA. We also can move down either Brett Sullivan or Braxton Fulford. Sullivan would make more sense in leaving Fulford down. But let's see. What's the pop time difference? It's about the same. And the speed way better for Fulford, the arm way better. The contact is a little worse, and so is the power. But we're not looking for just like some everyday hitter, so I think we're going to keep Fulford up. All right, then we're going to put down Peralta. Senzatella is going to stay up just because like it just makes sense, kind of. I don't know how, but it just does. Sterling Thompson will double check you. Jaden Hill will leave up for now. Fulford's up. Belzo up. Okay, so Sterling Thompson will have to go down with Zach Veen being up. Troy Johnston, yeah. Daniel Espino also not doing great. Let's see, did Kyle Karros really do good? Okay. Last year, he got a little bit of time, like barely any, but got some. Is it good enough to keep him up here? I don't know. Jose Torres, one of those guys who also got some time last year, 21 games, not great. We'll leave Kyle Karros up, put down Torres. Vodnik didn't do great. Martinez didn't do great either. Ryan Ritter, Juan Mejia. We're gonna have to put down a pitcher. We're just gonna have to see who it is. So Freeland, Dolander, Mize, Palmquist. Palmquist did good enough to stay up. Hughes is gonna have to go down. And who else? That's who we're trying to figure out. Hughes and Hughes and Hill is what it looks like. Hughes, then wherever that Hill dude is, Jaden Hill. Looks like he's going to have to go down to AAA. Then obviously we have to edit the AAA roster and whatnot, but I can do that pretty easily. AA there, Lou Garcia. You're going to start at AA. Don't get mad at me for that because I'm literally just doing it for the sole fact of I want to make sure you're good. Wilton Herrera, move to AA. I don't know how well Velasquez did last season, even though he's one of our better prospects. I don't want to mess him up. Same with Amador, just start him in AA. And then we'll leave everyone else there. Garcia's going to be really good for that. And we'll see. I think I got to move one more pitcher or something, maybe to AA. We'll go with this, and then we'll even it out and just put Roderick Arias at AA as well, since he's not going to get time up here. And that will be it, as spring training has come to an end. Contract extensions, free agency, blah, 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 advance. Manager roster, Gabriel Hughes struggled during February, posted a blah, blah, blah ERA. He did good. Sterling Thompson did. Okay, we're here, and we will face the Giants next episode on the season opener. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I know I did. It's going to be a long episode for you guys to watch, but I hope you love it. Love y'all. Peace out.